always love hip-hop. Keep it flowing like a river, so I drip drop. Verses and bars, we eating dinner with the stars. Excuse me while I float away, my brain is on Mars. Cause it's the Big Kids Podcast with Chris Williams. Sit back, relax, like your spliff, we in the building.
Yo, this is C. Willie, and welcome back to the Big Kids Podcast. It's been a couple weeks, guys. I don't think I've ever went this long without recording a episode of the Big Kids Podcast. We did High Sports last week with Duff. What was that? That might even have been a little while ago. 12 days ago, it says here. So it's been a while. And honestly, it feels good to be back. You know, the break was much needed. I got a lot going on at work. I'm working about, 6 days a week now. But it's good, got a little bit of a raise, which is cool. I'd much rather have just not gotten a raise and kept my old schedule, but it's all good. It's got me into action. It's got me moving around. It's got me a bit motivated, and my motivation at the moment is to make sure that I can clear some free time up for myself. So, it is what it is. This past week, I got 2 of the 3 kids I'm working with jobs, so that'll lighten my load a little bit, and it's good for them. It's teaching them some life skills and how to go to work and how to conduct yourself in work. They're going to learn all those things, and hopefully they keep the jobs for from now until the end of summer at least, because I really would like to have my my couple days a week back. And that's really the main reason why the podcast hasn't been being recorded, because I need time, I need to be in the right frame of mind when I come do this. It's not like I haven't had an hour here, 2 hours there, a couple hours there, but this recording the podcast thing is like it's a process. I need a couple hours to bullshit. I need a couple hours to prep myself. I need a couple hours to edit this shit. I kind of move at my own pace with this, and when I'm in a time crunch, I really don't feel too motivated to do this. But what I have been motivated to do lately, because of the time crunch, and probably what has saved my sanity during this time crunch, is I've been taking my ass to the gym. I talked about it the other week, a couple weeks ago, and I've kept going, at least 2 times a week, try to make it 3. My numbers on the Stairmaster are fucking growing every week. I'm so close to 100 flights of stairs. Yesterday I hit 96 in 22 minutes. I wanted to hit 100 so bad, but my body and legs were like, nah, motherfucker, not today. It ain't happening today. So I hit a personal high. Every time I've been going, I've hit a personal high. Yesterday was rough. Can't lie. Yesterday was rough. I could definitely feel the Red Robin I ate the day before. Definitely felt that. And my cool down period on the treadmill was weak. It was real weak. But I made it. I hit a personal best, and I got in and out within 45-50 minutes. So we're making strides there. We're making strides, and hopefully I could convince one of these kids that I work with, they're all signed up and on my account ready to go, but nobody ever wants to go. It sounds good in theory. Yo, let's go to the gym, let's work. It all sounds good in theory, but nobody wants to go. And that's all right. That's all right, because I'm going, They're young. They don't know any better yet. I'm 30 years old, and I feel like when you turn 30, you feel things a little differently. You feel the weight of things a little differently, and I know I'm not the same person, the same physique that I was 10 years ago, 8 years ago, but there are a lot of people out here looking rough, R-U-F-F-F-F, dog, roof. A lot of people out here looking rough and old. And I'm not saying I'm some fucking prom king here, but I like to think that I don't look 45 years old when I'm 30. And I like to think that with a little bit of help in terms of giving myself help, I should say, taking my ass to the gym and eating a salad here and there every once in a while, that I can hold on to my youth a little longer. Can't stop the grays, and I won't stop the grays. If they come, they come. If they come, they're already in my fro a little bit. I'm waiting for my first one to pop up in my beard, and but when that happens, it happens. There's gonna be no fucking Just for Men. We're not doing none of that shit. We're not doing none of that shit. Oh man. Speaking of doing none of that shit, let's. I wanted to talk to you guys about fucking Nick Saban for a minute. One of his players. Let me see if I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot of this. I hope I didn't delete it. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Did I fucking delete this? Jesus Christ, 1 second, because I want to read this. All right, found it. So, Alabama football player Tony Mitchell was his name. And, oh, damn, I lost it. Tony Mitchell was driving 141 miles per hour before getting pulled over. Okay? Guys, 141 miles per hour. Why? What need? Please explain to me what possible reason you have for driving almost 150 miles per hour. Why? Who are you trying to impress? What are you doing? What's going through your mind? I do not understand. But anyway, he got suspended from Alabama. And Nick Saban said, everybody's got an opportunity to make choices and decisions. There's no such thing as being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You've got to be responsible for who you're with, who you're around, and what you do. Who you associate yourself with in the situation that you put yourself in. It is what it is, but there is a cause and effect when you make choices and decisions that put you in bad situations. Guys, it's really as simple as that. You know, and I think that this is why Nick Saban is the GOAT. There is no beating around the bush with him because he's completely right. Wrong place, wrong time. Again, nothing is 100%, but wrong place, wrong time. A lot of those times you put yourself in that wrong place at the wrong time. You know, in whether you're with your friend and your friend was the one that was driving 140 something miles per hour, why are you hanging out with people that would put you in a position like that? You go to Alabama, you play football for Alabama, you were a blue chip recruit to Alabama, which means there's a good chance that with the NIL deals, you're probably making good money and you have a chance to go to the NFL. You know, so I'm not really comprehending why you would put yourself in these positions. And there's a couple people that do this. Jalen Carter was another one that wanted to drive fast, and his teammate got killed because they were racing. And after that, this dude was still speeding around town, and then he showed up heavy to his pro day and couldn't finish the drills. And I'm just really trying to comprehend what goes through these young men's minds. Like, you have you literally, and I know a lot of them come from bad situations, but you've been athletic your whole entire life. You've been treated a certain way because you were an athlete your whole entire life. So, is that the problem? Is that people just like let you get away with shit your whole life because you were a good athlete? Now you think you could just do whatever the hell you want to do? I don't understand. I've never been in that position. But I would think that if you know you're going to be a first round pick, if you know you're going to be drafted into the NFL, you would move a little differently. You know, you wouldn't get caught up in stuff like this. That can potentially lose you. Let's say on the low side. Let's say you're drafted in the third or fourth round. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because then you went from being a third round draft pick to a sixth to maybe not even drafted. You know? But again, who am I to, pass judgment? Clearly you know better than me, huh? Clearly you have it all figured out. Just like the hundreds and thousands of other people who have been drafted in the first round of the NFL draft who have completely fucked it up. You know, I feel like it's not a terrible thing to be drafted in like the 4th or 5th round. Just even if you think that you were a dude who should have been drafted early on, I see nothing wrong with being drafted in the 4th or 5th round, because that definitely has to put a chip on your shoulder. You know, that definitely makes you appreciate where you're at. And if you don't, then, you know, somebody else will fill the spot. Somebody else will fill the spot. So with people like Jalen Carter, you know, I'm sure he's going to have a leash just like he's had forever. He's going to have slack on that leash where he could probably act a little differently than everybody else. But I'm telling you right now, if he's not a Pro Bowl caliber player, no one's putting up with that shit, man. You don't get to just do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. That's not how life works. That is not how life works. Because if you don't want to listen and do the things you're supposed to do, somebody's going to make you listen one way or another. You know, and I'm getting older, so all these cats coming out of college to go play pro, they're younger than me now, so I have a different perspective on how things work. You know, how the actual real world works now, not being an athlete, and sure as hell not being a first-round draft pick. But at the end of the day, life is life. And if you do certain things, you get treated just like everybody else gets treated. So, you know, I really hope that this is just these guys being immature and they learn from it. But if this is the path that what's my man's name? Tony Mitchell, Jalen Carter, and probably countless other young dudes are on, it's not gonna be good for you. It's just not. You know, you might have a lot of money, you might have a lot of women, you might have cars and this and that. But listen, all that shit will dry up if you cannot take care of the things that you're supposed to take care of. And then you're going to be mad, and then you're going to be fucking, not just mad at yourself, you're going to be mad at the world because you're going to be blaming everybody for why you're in the situation that you're in. And bad things happen, you end up on TMZ. Bad things happen, you end up on fucking TMZ. So I really hope that these young cats get it together. I really truly do, because young black men are in a position to make more money than they ever have in history. Ever. And if you can do the right things with that money, you can live a pretty good life. Your families can live a pretty good life. And you have no idea what type of connections, what type of people you can help, etc., if you do the right types of things with your money. You know, I think about it all the time. I'm 30 years old. I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. I've met a lot of people. I can only imagine the amount of all of that I just mentioned that I'm going to experience and meet in whatever in the next 30 years. You know, so it's life is strange. Life is strange. And if you do not play the game right because you think you got all the cheat codes and you could just do what you want, it's really going to get strange for you. Speaking of strange, guys. Speaking of fucking strange. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, but these legal dispensaries that are now opening in New York and around the country, some of this shit in there is absolutely fucking hilarious. I don't know when this became a thing. I really don't. And again, I stay in my own bubble a lot of the time, so this could have been a thing the whole time and I just had no clue. But what the fuck is with these one-hitters that everybody is using to smoke their weed all of a sudden? They're fucking crack pipes. They are glorified crack pipes. Why the fuck is this something that's just being super promoted and everything is all good? And I personally don't like the shit. I don't like how open everybody is about them smoking weed and doing this and fucking smoking it at parks and smoking it outside of churches, and you go into the fucking convenience store and it smells like loud. Like, I'm not really feeling this shit. I'm not. There used to be some sort of like, underground vibe to it. You remember like back in the early 2000s where there was mainstream rap, and then there was like underground rap, mixtape rap. And like you'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that mainstream shit is all right, but this underground shit, this is what the real rap heads listen to. This is what the real fans of rap listen to. Not all that mainstream shit. You can't get away from it, so you hear it, but you want the underground shit. And I feel like that's where that has gone. I feel like that is where the marijuana industry has gone. It's became very much hipster. It's become very much hipster, and I think that has hurt the culture. I'm a firm believer that is what hurt the culture. And now you got motherfuckers out here smoking weed out of crack pipes. It is fucking insane. It is insane. The fact that you could go to pretty much any convenience store nowadays, any bodega type convenience store, because it's not like, I haven't seen nothing in like the chain gas stations like fucking Sunoco's and shit. I haven't seen any drug paraphernalia in there. But if you go to any of these, like, well, I'll call them mom and pop type convenience stores, corner stores type thing, they're selling in there. They are selling in there, and then they have just shops where they just sell it. And the shit ain't legal. The shit ain't fucking. They're not paying taxes on it. None of that shit. Which I don't. Come on, man. We gotta pay tax on weed. But again, that it is what it is now. It is what it is. But you got all of these fucking stores opening, just doing what the fuck they want to do, and I guess Kathy Hochul's not feeling it. I guess she's not feeling it. She's currently trying to get a $10,000 a day fine, and then there's like some other clauses to it, or you could get hit with $150,000. You can get hit with $250,000 in fines and this and that. So if they start doing that shit, I guarantee all these motherfucking shops stop doing what they're doing. I guarantee it, and I guarantee you guys better not fucking promote it on Facebook and fucking Instagram and all this that you're selling fucking weed, because in a minute they're gonna put the crackdown on that shit. Not smart. I get that you guys have been getting it for a while, but I'm sure you get hit with one of them $150,000 fines, them $250,000 fines, it wouldn't have been worth it. I guarantee it wouldn't have been worth it. And then meanwhile, you got the legal dispensaries open, and it's $60 an eighth, $80 an eighth. Who the fuck is paying that? That's cocaine prices. Who the fuck is paying that? So yeah, this legalization of marijuana in New York has been very fucking interesting. We got people out here smoking fucking crack pipes filled with weed. We got fucking corner stores. You walk in, it smells like loud in there. Are they even IDing people? I'm sure fucking high schoolers are going in there and just buying shit, So you got that going on. But if you want to go get it the right way, you gotta pay an arm and a leg, and you gotta pay an arm and a leg because Uncle Sam has to get theirs, the nonprofits gotta get theirs, you gotta pay your employees, you gotta pay for the product. There's so many fucking layers in which somebody needs to get paid, so they have no choice but to sell it for $60 or $80. They have no choice, and that's where that political bullshit comes in. $60, $80? Come on. That is not right. That is not fair. That is disgusting. And honestly, I don't know if anyone wants to fucking pay that, if we're being honest. Who the fuck? I'm not smoking. $80, I'm not smoking. $60, I'm not smoking. It's not happening. Not for the kid. Not for the fucking kid. I'll tell you right now. Speaking of not for the kid, I've been watching You Are the Father and You Are Not the Father compilation videos on YouTube, and oh my god, it never gets old. It literally never gets old. The way that the women act before the reading happens is fucking hilarious. Whether it is the father or not the father, it is fucking comedy. Pure comedy. And I'm telling you right now, guys, I don't understand why anybody would be okay with going on TV like that. Why would anybody be okay with just airing their business out like that, besides the fact that they are attention hungry? And then they go on there and they act like absolute fucking buffoons. Showing their ass, like literally showing their ass, fucking just acting wild. And then when it is the father, they turn the fuck up, act super wild. And then when it's not the father, they lose their fucking minds, run in the back. It's like rinse and repeat. It's like Groundhog's Day. It's the same thing every fucking time, but it never gets old. It never gets fucking old. You watch these ladies, and then on the Maury set, they have like, in the back, they got like this one wall, and it's on wheels. I'm assuming it's on wheels, and it looks like a brick wall in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many women. I think they thought that they were running into like a solid brick wall and it was gonna like stop them, but they would hit the wall and the wall would move and then they would fall on the ground. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm assuming Maury pays for a lot of this shit. So I'm assuming the show pays to get him there, gives him a hotel or whatever for the day or 2 days, however long it is, and excuse me. Yeah. And so on and so forth. But I just, besides it like being free, I don't really understand why going to get a paternity test on TV for the whole entire country to see. I'd be pissed. I'd be mad. We couldn't just do that here. We had to let the whole entire world know. We had to let, whether that's my kid or not, that's definitely your kid. Your kid in 15 years is going to be able to go onto YouTube and see their mom acting like this. Yeah, that's a proud fucking moment. That's a proud moment. That's something I'm sure he's going to want to tell his friends about. I'm sure, and even for the dads, I'm sure it's gonna be a good look, you know. Fucking, you denied me. I'm fucking 4 years old. You denied me for most of my fucking life. Now look, it's all over the fucking internet for everybody to see. Oh, Dad's calling me. Should probably get around to wrapping this up. I still wanted to talk about fucking Logan Paul, because he's in WrestleMania this weekend, and I don't understand why, as a culture, we literally do live in a culture where we're ready to quote unquote cancel people, which I still don't even know what the fuck that means. Besides, we're putting them over here in this category of bad. You know, we're putting this person over in the bad category, because it's not like we're stopping a lot of them from making money or doing what the fuck they're doing. We're saying, okay, this person's bad. And then the real bad ones get removed from certain fucking social media platforms, and they bitch and cry and complain about how they're canceling me, how they're censoring me. No, nobody's saying you can't go start your own fucking website and do the bullshit that you're doing right now. But I digress. I'm talking about Logan right now. So Logan's he's participating in WrestleMania again. He's a part-time WWE superstar that gets to come and go as he wants. And I really, truly don't think that anybody in the WWE universe, any of the fans, anything along those lines, is really feeling Logan Paul. You know, I truly don't. I don't think he plays a good heel. He is sure as hell not a babyface. You can't be a babyface when you have literally scammed your fans for millions. So while we're out here worried about what the fuck a whole bunch of other people are doing, saying we're canceling this person because they did that, we're doing this to that person, we continue to let Logan and Jake Paul do what they do and just continue to steal millions of dollars. And the more that I get into this YouTube thing, and you see how a lot of these celebrities get down. They will straight up steal from you. They don't care. You buying their ticket, you buying their merchandise isn't enough. They want you to just straight up give them your money. Floyd Mayweather has done it. Logan Paul has done it. Snoop Dogg has done it. Jake Paul has done it. All these people promote things that they know is a fucking scam, and they steal people's money over and over and over and over. But we keep rewarding these people. We keep giving them our views. We keep giving them our likes. We keep giving them our hard-earned cash. And nothing is done about it. Nothing is done about it. They just get to continue to steal, lie, cheat, all the above, and there's nothing that anybody does about it. Logan Paul still, there has not been an update on CryptoZoo in months. He was supposed to give his people back a couple $1 million and refunds and this and that. I haven't seen zero evidence that has taken place yet. But this man, this coming up, I don't know what day he's on. I don't know if he's on day 1 or day 2 of WrestleMania. But he gets to go wrestle Seth Rollins. Which personally, like, I'm not a huge Seth Rollins fan, but he's one of the bigger fucking dudes in WWE. And he gets to go wrestle Seth Rollins. He gets to go further his name. But meanwhile, he cannot give back even a percentage of what the fuck he stole from people, from any of his NFT and crypto scams. Any of them. And we just continue to click on his videos. We just continue to listen to what the fuck he's got to say. We just continue to support this man. It's fucking crazy. I truly do not understand why we do this. Doesn't make any sense to me. It makes zero sense. I don't know. Make sense of it for me. You know, make sense of it for me. But guys, I really don't got much to say about that besides that right there. This is definitely a shorter episode than typical, but again, it's been a couple weeks. I'm trying to get my feet wet. I have a list of topics that I want to talk about, and yeah, it takes time to put things together. Oh, I have started. Before I let you guys go, let you into a little bit of what I have had going on, because I haven't stopped. I have been a little lackluster on the podcast episodes, but I've been working on some other things, and I've been doing the shorts, and the shorts have been absolutely fucking booming for me. We're up to 353 subscribers on YouTube, which isn't, again, it's not huge. It's not a huge number, but every single day we're adding a couple people. You know, I'm closing in on 150,000 views. Again, not huge, but it's bigger than anything we've done up until this point with the podcast, you know? So the shorts have been a serious hit. We're 155 away from 135,000 views. So if things keep going the way that they are, within the next 2 weeks we'll be over 150,000 views, and we'll probably be real close to 400 subscribers. You know, so I would like to do a giveaway when I get to 1,000. You know, I think 1,000 is very obtainable in the next couple of months. I think within the next year we'll definitely be at 1 million views total. You know, that'll be fucking cool. And I'm hoping, along with the subscribers, the views start to go up a little bit more. I'm doing fine, you know. We're doing fucking 2,000 on one the other day, 1,600, 1,300, 1,500. Some of them getting, like, you know, a couple hundred views, but that's all right when everything else is hitting the way that it's hitting. And the crazy thing is that a lot of the stuff that I repost that might not get the initial pop, give it a week or so, and then it gets 1,000 views here, 500 extra views there. So, you know, I just got to keep grinding. I got to keep uploading, and I have plenty to upload. You know, I have Funko Pops out the ass. I have Pokemon cards. I have sports cards, and I started collecting Dragon Ball cards, which honestly, they're low-key my favorite because you do get fucking 1 or 2 nice cards with every single pack. Every single pack, you get 1 or 2 really dope fucking cards, and they're cheaper per unit than Pokemon cards, and I'm just honestly, guys, I loved Pokemon cards. It was nostalgic for a little while, but it's a fucking ripoff. They act like they're really handing out golden bars with those fucking packs of Pokemon cards. Fuck those reverse holo cards. Those cards are fucking whack. If they're gonna do it like that, where if you don't get a full art, you get something else. I don't want fucking reverse holo cards. I want them to bring it back to how they originally were, holographic cards. And stop coming out with fucking 800 of them at a time. And especially when a lot of them are just fucking reprints from previous ones, from previous sets of cards. Stop the shit. So yeah, we're doing Dragon Ball right now. We're doing Funko Pops. We're doing comic covers, which I've come across a couple cool ass comic covers. So yeah, guys, we're just expanding the Big Kids podcast. And if you didn't listen, we have High Sports with C. Willie and Duff. We're doing that like every so often. But we are doing that. There's a couple episodes up on my page. There's a couple episodes on the High Sports podcast page itself. But we're fusing. You know, we're bringing one into the other. So High Sports will be presented by the Big Kids Podcast. It just makes it easier for me since I'm running, I'm producing, I'm doing all that stuff with it. It just makes it easier for me to make that a show of the Big Kids Podcast. So we do have a episode planned for April 20th. We're going to do a mock draft. Since the draft is a week later, it gives me a couple days to edit the film up and put it out probably a couple days prior to the draft to gain as much attraction as we can with that. But you know, I'm working. Even when I'm not recording these podcast episodes, I'm working on me. I'm working on this show. I'm working on the YouTube page. You know, I'm trying to keep this hobby going and eventually, hopefully, you know, get some free shit out of it. Maybe get a paycheck or 2 out of it. Who knows? But I'm going to keep fucking grinding with this because that's what I've been doing. You know, we're coming up on 3 years. I want to say June 10th is 3 years. And I think that might be a week that I take off from work. You know, that just is what it is. I might take that week off from work because it has been a while since I have done guest episodes. So that might be a great week to just, you know, 3 years, pump out, you know, 5, 6, 7 guest episodes like I've done in the past. So may do that. I'm still formulating that. Definitely doing at least recording the episode on 4/20 of this year, the mock draft episode for High Sports with Duff. And yeah, you know, upward and onward, simply said. You know, if you guys ever have any suggestions for things that you would like to see me cover, definitely shoot me, you know, an email at TheBigKidzPodcast1@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up on leave a comment on YouTube. Whatever works best for you. All the information is on the YouTube page. So if you need to get in touch with me somehow, you can get in touch with me through the YouTube page. You can Google the Big Kids Podcast. We don't pop up if you just type in the big. We're not there yet where we pop up. But if you type in the whole thing, the Big Kids Podcast, Kids with a Z, Big Kids Podcast into Google, we pop up, and we're on quite a few sites. We're on sites that I didn't even fucking know we were on. So we are growing. And again, it just feels good to be back. It feels good to get a half an hour episode in. It feels good to talk a little bit of shit. And I hope you guys look forward to some of my shorts because I am taking pride in my shorts. The production value is increasing. The viewership is increasing. The subscribers are increasing. And I'm just going to keep fucking going. You know, I at least got a year's worth of this shit. And when it comes to cards, I got sickening how many fucking cards I have. Comic book fucking covers, shit along those lines. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep grinding. And like always, guys, I want you to be safe, be easy, and wash your ass. I'll catch you next time. Peace.